Legend of Total War here, and today we're doing a 7-year disaster battle playing as the Drakenhof Conclave going up against Talakwa, where we've got almost 2 full stacks. We've got garrison in here, very large garrison, and an army that I think has just been Regiment of Renown and Raise the Dead as quickly as possible, basically an emergency army. And the enemy forces coming at us are not extremely strong, but I think the guy actually tried to cheese the battle where he shouldn't have. He unticked the control large army option, and I don't think he should have done that, because if you do that in a minor settlement siege, which this is, if you have a look here, we've got a siege map to deal with. These forces don't show up like just in the middle of your map when they start coming in. They come in from like the sides, and sometimes even close to their reinforcements. And that just means it takes them ages to get over here, and what can end up happening in that sort of situation when you've got a large portion of your strength in reserve in a minor settlement siege is that the enemy will end up capping all of your points before your reinforcements get in. So this is primarily useful for a field battle, but since we're not in a field battle, he shouldn't have ticked it, and we should actually control a large army. Now, he said he tried every single cheesy thing he could do to try to win this, but did he try not cheesing? Because maybe that actually might be the trick. The thing is, by doing this, we've got both of our armies there at the start. They're still going to wait for their reinforcements, and their reinforcements coming in. A lot of them are just skinks, but there are some Bastillodons, obviously, that need to be worried about. But this will just give us some time to get some towers going. Another thing is that the vampire accounts have access to a monument building that actually regenerates health in an area, so you can use that to regenerate your health passively over the course of a longer battle. And this is what I've been saying a few times. Sometimes people just untick control large armies without really realizing why they're doing it. They just think because they see me do it all the time that you should just always do it. But this is not the case. You have to assess the situation, like with every single situation. Okay, so we should probably deploy as far away from there as possible. The middle position is usually not that good, apart from getting extra melee defense and leadership, which is definitely good. It's not a great defensive position because you don't get access to towers, which are very helpful, and they're usually not great for choke points. So let's get a little bit organized here because we've got a lot of different units. We want to get all the fast units together to go around recapping points. Try to put all the units of the same type together like this. Okay, that's almost done. Okay, that seems done to me. And we've also got the Strigoi dude here with a bit of Winds of Magic. I think a Strigoi was a good choice for a quick lord because they regenerate passively on their own. They're not great spellcasters, but if you're just going to have a low-level lord, Strigois are actually okay. Alright, so we've got 3 towers in this position here, and there's 3 points of entry into this zone. The main thing that we got to watch out for are any sort of area of effect attacks. So Fire Leech bowlers have a sort of minimal amount of area of effect, so blobbing up is a huge mistake against that. It would be good if the bats could take them out. So our speed is 110 compared to their speed 108. That probably means that we won't catch them unless their units are tired. So what we could do is just chase after them just to tie them down, I guess. Shouldn't go charging at them at the start, though. Alright, I'm just going to put these back here. Yeah, packed over there. How fast are the Black Knights? 78 speed, 72 speed. 95 speed. Okay. I'm going to put these around the back. Just keep them at the back of the army for now. Same thing with these, but keep the similar speed units together. But this is where all of our infantry are going to hold. We're going to keep the Grave Guard in reserve so that they don't get smashed at the start. If we want them to use up their ammunition on anyone, let it be the zombies. Because who cares if they get killed? Now you might also think, oh, but Legend, you're holding a downward slope. Eh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that much. If I hold it up here, then they're just going to surround it. And that being said, they don't really have missile units, so I think we try to hold them at that point here. We want as few of their units entering... Yeah, don't blow up. We want as few of their units entering the town square here as possible, but we also want as many of our units sitting in the town square as possible, so that they don't cap it. Because if they cap all the points all at the same time, then we lose. Alright, then as for towers... yeah, this magic tower here would be best, but the... Let's see, the banner... Not banner, the monument I was talking about. This one here, heal per second plus 0.2%. That's a good amount of healing. And also leadership plus 10. We could put that over here. I suppose they will make use of it. What other barricade locations? We've got one over here. There's the other one. So there's one barricade location. Can't quite see where the other one is. Just maybe I'm blind. So there's a tower. Hang on. It says there's 6 things. Let's count how many actual lines there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 lines. So yeah, there's only 5 lines, but there's 6. It says there's 6. Okay, I think it's lying to me. Don't worry about that one there. That's a bad position to hold. Yeah, I think it's lying to me. Oh well. Move these back over here. Just don't blob up. Don't obstruct this one here. Need that one to be shooting. Alright, is that all the infantry here? Yep. Okay. Okay. Alright, well we don't need to build this right this very second, because they only take 30 seconds to build, whereas this one here takes 90 seconds, so we should do that one first, and then do it here. Yeah, we'll really need to make sure we hold this position if they're coming over here. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Alright, we've probably got a bit of time before they show up. Before they start advancing. Yeah, they're just going to wait. That's fine. That's fine. We could have built like a tier 1 tower over here to shoot at them, but it really wouldn't have done very much. There we go. And then when we get 400 points, we'll pop down this barricade there. And that'll be a good place to send units that are... That would be the best place to fight, but we have to hold off all of the positions here. Okay, so the balance of power is definitely against us here. Nothing completely horrendous. Problem is, we do have a lot of really garbage units, which is why we really need to make sure we have towers. Okay, let's make sure we build this. Should these guys go around wide to go and recap points afterwards? Because if we do get overrun in this position, we can use our fast units to try to win the battle by capping, as long as we take out relatively all their faster units. Tic-tac-toe's not that strong in melee. Although, actually, his stats are pretty high here. But that's only because he's flying. When he grounds himself, he'll be much weaker. Alright, so let's get these bats out of here just for now. Yeah, the Fire Leech bowlers are definitely going to be something that's a bit of a concern. I was actually playing Vampire Count music, but the balance of power is not in our favor. Definitely not. Alright, this is why we put the zombies up front, so that they draw the attention of the Fire Leech bowlers. Sucks to lose this position here, but it's just not a good defensive position. And if you focus too heavily on stats, be like, why would you lose 15 more defense? 15%. Like, it sucks, but we will get overrun in this position. And that's often a trap with a lot of these siege maps, is that the the most valuable supply point is often the least valuable defensive position. And people do have a tendency of focusing way too much on numbers in this game. Ah, but one extra melee defense means this and that, and extra leadership and numbers. Yeah, don't focus on that so much. Like, it's useful, but if you focus solely on that, you'll miss the bigger picture. Alright, another tower over here would be good. Alright, now we need to make sure that if they do send some units over here, that we're actually getting the benefit from this. And sometimes I see in the comments people with like, basically, it's just like an algorithm in the comments. It's like, if you do this, you get plus 50% extra this, and plus 2 extra that, and plus 3 extra this, and 20% extra this. It's like, fucking just play the game, man. Focusing way too much on stats. Alright, like I said, the biggest concern here are definitely going to be the Pterodon Riders. Fire Leech Bowlers, specifically. And as much as I'd love to get the bats in there... Yeah, it's going to hurt. This is why I put the zombies up first. Oh, what are the morons! They're going into melee straight away? What idiots! Okay, keep these guys pinned down. Pretty much nothing I could have done there to dodge that. Tic-tac-toe is going down, that's good. I only got one spell, might as well use it. Okay, we want to be shooting the skink cohort. Okay, big fight's happening now. We need to start recapping the points just in case we do end up losing this position. We've got more capping power than them at the moment. Okay, now it's actually playing this in the music. And of course another thing is we've got our best units here in reserve, just for now. Because we want basically to exhaust all their missile units on our trash rather than on our best units. Good, tic-tac-toe's going down. Nice. Good, that should work out pretty well there. Yep, these guys here, they seem to be free to come over here and recap that position. Don't know what they're doing, but I can't go in that way just yet. How are my bats doing? Hopefully this big cluster over here is going to be great for our towers. Yeah, these guys here making good benefit from that regen. Yeah, the fact that they just like threw their Pterodons into melee like that, that was incredibly stupid. Right, bomb this. Look at all this here. Huge cluster. Enemy lords wounded. Good. Tic-tac-toe's gone. Excellent. Like I said, he's not an amazing fighter. Bouncer power's looking pretty good. Definitely an improvement. That's it. Get rid of these damn Pterodon Riders. Good. Recapping that position. Still got another tower we can build. Where is that position though? Oh, hang on. Oh, there's the other point. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't ever going to put it there. Right, I just couldn't see it because it was on top of each other. That's fine. It wasn't lying to me. I just always assume the game's lying to me. Yep, we've still got more capping power than they do. With more single entities here, that could be a bit of a concern. I think it's time to start sending in the Grave Guard. Good, recapping some points. Yeah, escort them off the battlefield. Best if all four of them go, I think. Okay, and yep, come over here, recap this. You guys come over here as well. Cool. Get us more supply points, because if we have a look at this, we should be absolutely decimating them with the towers, because they've blobbed up too much. Oh yeah, definitely. That is doing great. Just need to make sure we don't lose this position. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get rid of the Bastillodons because we don't really have that much anti-large, really any anti-large. We just have to grind them down as best we can because they're anti-infantry and armored. Get these guys back. Okay, good. That one's run off the battlefield. Get back over here. Actually, I could use the Black Knights to take out the odd skink. No problem. Okay, we are ready to pop down another tower, which was over here. Let's do that. Okay, I think I need another unit over here before we get overrun. Still holding onto this position pretty well. Heal the Grave Guard. Try to heal our best units. Bounce of power is even-ish. We'll try to aim for where we're going to dish out the most amount of damage to them. Look at this. This was all due to the towers there. This is what I wanted to... the situation I wanted to create. What are you aiming for? Come on. Right in here. Right in there. Does kind of feel like we're slowly getting overrun here. Okay, there's still a bunch of flying units up this way. Let's get the bats to try to sort them out. Although they're not really harassing us much. But they are fire leech bowlers. Okay, if they're not harassing us, I'll just put these guys over here and then we'll just see how things go. So this one here has done a fair bit of damage. That's good. Alright, we can try to use this one here to try to take out the Bastillodons. And yeah, we've got most of our bounce of power here. So we're making sure this position here does not get lost. We've got so much power in terms of towers. Losing this position here is not that big, just that we get some regen from it. Alright, this is good. Yeah, we can charge into that, no problem. These guys will easily beat these skinks, but let's try to flank them. I don't think I need to keep too much of an eye on what's going on over here. Just the odd spellcast will be fine. But yeah, if we can keep drawing them back every now and again to go and recap a point, that is good. Could also use the bats to take out a skin cohort. That shouldn't be a problem. Actually, no. The bats are... I need them for the Pterodon Riders. As soon as I actually decide to use them, I'll need to deal with that. This guy here's done well. That fireball's not really going to be that handy right here. I don't think we'll bother with it. Yep. Took that out without any damage. Alright, get over here. Need to recap this. Alright, bounce of power is even. So that's good. But there's still some of the most tricky units in play. And they sent another Pterodon Rider straight into melee there. I don't understand why they're doing that. I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, keep bombing in there. That unit's gone. Alright, that unit there is essentially spent. Just get in here and provide capping power. We do not want to lose this position here. Alright, that's shattered. They're done there. This guy here is getting really good kills. Look at all these easy to kill skinks. Bomb them. Because yeah, these towers aren't going to be great against Bastillodons. No point trying to aim for them. Okay, good. Another position captured. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Okay, cool. Go take that back. And you 2, 3, go capture this one. I do feel like this position here is going to get overrun eventually. Oh, hang on. It looks like we're winning now. Maybe the army losses might trigger soon. Oh, look at that. They're using the dockable areas, and look at them shoot! Totally not bugged. Dockable areas, so good. Not. I see, I don't want to send these guys in here just yet, because there's so many other missile units, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Alright, I really need this Strigoi to be focusing on the Feral Bastillodon, because he's the only one with any serious armor piercing. No. If they've landed, that's good enough. Don't worry about it. Let's get back over there. Try to preserve their balance of power. If I send them in there, they're just going to die for nothing. Just run down some of the stragglers. They're shattered, so they're not going to be a problem in this battle, but we'll get rid of them just so he doesn't have to deal with them next time. And the AI is not focusing on getting rid of our towers, which is nice for us. Where is he? That's it. He's doing a great job. That's it. See, if we get overrun here, the battle won't be over. See, I could send the cavalry in and stuff right now, but they're not going to trade well in these sort of tight locations. They need open space to run down units. So this unit over here, for example, yeah, let's go for that. Good opportunity for that. Okay, if you could go around over here and take out this Pterodon Rider, that'd be good. Good, we've nearly captured all of the points again. That's good. Bring these back in. Go after this one. Yeah, see, look, they're bringing this over here to try to cap this point, but it's super vulnerable now. Try to keep our Graveguard alive as long as possible. But yeah, I do feel like we're going to get overrun here. Either that or the army losses will be triggered. Which it might, because we're definitely winning. Alright, we've got enough for another tower. Good. That's their job there. And this is why it's important to have units in reserve, not used... There we go, there's the army losses. Not used all the time. I could have sent them in and gotten them wiped out very early on, but I was waiting for a good opportunity over the course of the battle. But there we go. So this guy here tried this battle multiple times, and this was, first try for me, and I think we did alright. Well, it wasn't overly complicated. But yeah, we did not need to not control large armies, and I think that hurt his overall plan. Okay, let's try to run down as much as we can. So that you can actually defeat them next turn. And also, here's another thing. By keeping our fast units alive, we can actually run them down afterwards. Whereas if only the infantry survived, well, I can't really do that then, can I? I'm not going to be able to get everything, obviously. But you know, an extra Bastillodon taken down. It's just less that you have to worry about next time. Also, I think that this is a fairly good defensive map. I mean, we had such a huge cluster of enemies because of the tower, which the towers were able to utilize there. The only time that this sort of map isn't very useful is when they're using tons of flyers and single entities, which they did have, but they still had absolutely tons of infantry, which we blasted. Because yeah, their army was straight up stronger than ours, so we needed some kind of advantage. The towers helped remove their numbers. And the thing is, in a field battle situation, I'm not sure we would have won. Because we wouldn't have had those towers helping us out. Okay, there we go. So yeah, his army got obliterated in terms of crap units. All the zombies got wiped out. But they also might get raised from the dead. I don't think we lost a single bat. Single bat unit, I mean. But the enemy did take more casualties than we did, and their units were more valuable than ours. That's another thing as well. When you've got a stupidly low tier army, it's really hard to overcome odds, just because of their inability to deliver more than their value, especially with melee infantry. And especially if you don't have a great spellcaster, which we didn't. And yep, a couple of units rise again. And let's see if we can finish the job next turn. Should we replenish or money? I think you should money. Because the thing is, if we're charging out at them here, then we're not going to have the garrison to support us. So they've just put a slan in there as well. They can only get a slan once every 10 turns, so wiping that out means no slan for them for 10 more turns.
Sylvania greets thee.
If you want a defensive alliance with him, do that on your turn. I have no idea what he wants. He just wanted me to win that battle, but I just want to see if I can clean the rest of them up. Also, another thing about this battle is that it should have created a battle marker, so you'll have more Raise the Dead here, which would have happened regardless of whether we won or lost. Yeah, there it is. Does it not say what happened, or does it just put a battle marker there? Okay. And yeah, look, these guys here aren't even together. I have no idea what was here in the previous turn, but that seems like quite a lot. Alright, 13 units versus 5. Says we're stronger, shouldn't need to use any more units. Cool. And then this one here has only got 3 units. And there we go. Fully cleared out with an emergency army without requiring spending any more money. You've still got forces down here, and you've got enough money that you could raise a full stack and charge at this. They seem to be recruiting a lot of skinks and bastillodons. It's entirely up to you. Your main forces are... Where are they? Over here, I'm blind. Right. And you got this dude over here. I guess he was just coming to help, but he didn't get there in time. I mean, you got enough money from all those fights that you could raise the full stack into this one and put a few extra units in this one and then launch the attack. You'd probably easily auto-resolve it, but it's entirely up to you. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you learned something. The big thing to take away from this is it's really important to learn when to control large army and when not to control large army. If you just see that that option's available, don't just blindly click it and be like, oh, Legend always does this, I should always do it too. There's always a reason as to why I would not control a large army. And that's usually because our reinforcements are garbage and the enemy reinforcements are super strong. And I'm usually in a field battle. But if you're in a siege situation, you've got to keep in mind that your reinforcements might come in from a really bad location. And it's really important that you always hold on to a position, or else the battle will be lost, in which case you won't even get to use your garrison. So it's really important understanding this situation before making a strategic decision like that, or tactical decision like that. It's entirely up to you. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.